Welcome back to Fast Freddy RC, and today we're going to do an unboxing video of the Tamiya Neo Fighter Buggy. Now what's interesting is that this car came out in February of 2014. There wasn't another car produced on this chassis until 2016 when the Racing Fighter Buggy came out. And that's it. There have only ever been 2 cars produced on this chassis. There have been different versions. There's been almost a neon green, there's been a chrome, and I think just recently in 2019 there was a black, chrome black or just black edition Racing Fighter that came out on this chassis. But these are the only 2. Now, for me, that's not the reason why I brought this car on the channel. I've brought it on the channel because I have a very cool custom paint job that I have in mind for it, where I'm going to make this car represent a class of racing that I'm not even sure has ever been showcased on RC before. Now, you can take a guess because I am putting this up into the front. I had other projects that were going to be on the go, but I need this to coincide with the start of the race. Any guesses? Feel free to comment. So I need to get this complete before that racing event starts. So I'm not going to ramble on anymore. I think we should just get to the unboxing. Okay, so I've already taken the plastic off, but before I open this, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. I've seen a few different versions of this where they just come with the standard friction shocks and the standard 540 motor. But I noticed when I picked this up, this is actually an upgraded kit because as you can see, it comes with the torque-tuned motor and it comes with the oil dampers already included in this kit. Because on the side, I think it was on this one, it was showing you the different options. And you can see that you can upgrade to a torque-tuned motor, and there's, of course, there's the Tamiya damper set. And there's quite a few options, and it literally says option parts are not included. Well, this kit is coming with both those things, so that's very, very cool. So let's unbox this. And there we go. Oh, very cool. Okay, so here we have our wheels. And I think if we, yeah, let's just zoom into that. So there are the wheels. I actually kind of like them. They're kind of a different design for sure. Be curious to see how that all fits. And then here are the tires. Now, what's interesting with these are a square tire, if that makes sense. They're square spiked, which I think is pretty cool, and I can see that it's got the raised lettering, so I will be painting those white. Like I've always said, it just, to me, it looks better. But here's the interesting thing. The front wheels on this car, they're a lot wider. Like, these are wider than your typical, let's say, Frog or Hornet front tire. They're still ribbed, but they're much wider than usual. So that's really kind of quite interesting. It should have a pretty good turning ability just because there's more rubber hitting the road. So I don't know, but these are cool. I like those tires. And then here, ooh, what is this? So this kit is coming with a Hobbywing 1060. So it's not a Tamiya speed controller, it is the Hobbywing 1060. Interesting. It's funny, I was kind of expecting the Tamiya one just because there was no mention of it on the website. And then here is our body, and it's all in one. Usually you see the wing as a completely separate molded piece that you have to cut out, but it looks like we're doing that straight from the one piece. So you can see all the different mold lines that we're going to need to cut and cut the wing off. But that is very cool. I can't wait to do what I want to do with this, and I'm kind of keeping it a surprise, but that is awesome. Oh, and they've even cut out the holes already. Interesting. I was expecting to have to do that. So they've pre-cut the holes for mounting it on the chassis. So in this bag, we've got, looks like the A-arms could be the front or rear. I'm not sure. First time building this kit. And then on this one, well, these are bigger. So I'm gonna guess that these are actually the rear arms. So we've got that, and it looks like there's some body mounting pieces here as well. Servo pieces, I think, for installing the servo. So that's that. I'll just move that bag out of the way for now. Then we have our hubs. So there's our wheel hubs. And I'm gonna change this because this needs to be adjusted so we can see this. For some reason. Oh no. There we go. So you can see the hubs right there. So we've got those pieces. And then right here we've got some more pieces that looks like that's the front bumper. Some other pieces that honestly I don't know. This looks like a receiver box to protect the dirt, you know, keep the dirt out. Don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how this comes along. And then of course here is our sealed gearbox. So those are all the pieces for putting that gearbox together. Very, very cool. And then here is all of the gear parts for the differential. Because it looks like, yeah, it's a bigger one than I think I've seen in other kits, but it seems like a very simple setup. And that'll be a geared differential. That's very, very cool. And then in this one, oh, this plastic is quite a bit heavier. You can see that these are the two sides of our DT-03 chassis. So that's very, very cool. Yeah, it's actually quite noticeable. This piece of plastic is quite a bit heavier than the rest. So that's very cool. And then this one here, we've got our dog bones and then our axle hubs. So that's all in that one piece on the parts tree. Very cool. And then let's take a look at our bag of goodies. So let's see. So we've got, here's bag D. And it looks like we've got our hex wrench, we've got the plastic bushings, and again I'll be replacing those with a full ball bearing set. We've got our body pins, looks like some tie down straps, and then looks like the nuts for the wheels. They're all in bag D. This one here, we've got bag C. And it's got, I mean, there's your oil for the oil filled. So we know that this kit definitely has the oil filled shocks. And it even has, oh, well, there you go. Hop-up options, DT-03 CBA damper set. So they've actually just thrown this in there with the kit. So there is the damper set that typically you'd have to buy separately. It's coming with this. I know that there's some other parts. I can sort of see some other pieces, but it's almost as though bag C is simply just the hop-up pieces. And then we have this bag, bag B. And again, we've got some plastic bushings, metal bars, looks like some nuts and screws, the pinion, that's in there as well. And then you can see the little metal gears and the bevel gears, etc. They're all in this bag. So that's what we're going to find in bag B. Here is our torque tune motor. Come on, focus. There we go. So there is our torque tuned motor that is an upgrade apparently on this kit. And then we also have bag A, which you can see has this bar which looks very similar to the Opal caliber on the TA-02 because it had a similar mount thing that's probably for the back, but it might be for the front. It's hard to know. And then you can see that we've got our arms for the steering. They're already there. And in fact, it looks like, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, if you can tell, you'll see that the ball connectors are already installed on those pieces. And I mean, this is designed as a beginner kit, really, for the most part. So I think I'm going to find some little tips or some little cheats along the way that are making it easier for newbies to build the kits. So yeah, we got our, looks like our sponge tape. We've got our arm pieces that are going to fit onto those ball joints, and some other screws and whatnot. So that's in bag A. And then lastly, in this big bag of parts, we've got our servo savers. So there are the servo saver pieces, and that's it out of that bag. We've got this. We've got, of course, there's our sheet that we're going to need to use to cut out the body. And, you know, they gray it out, all the parts that, you know, all the bits that you want to get rid of, and keep everything that's in white. And again, I will use that, but I will not be bothering with what they're showing for painting the body, because I will be doing a complete custom build on this. But that's very, very cool. I mean, it's nicely laid out. Tamiya stuff always is. It's the one thing I just really love. And then you've got your stickers. So again, I'm not going to be using any of these, but these are the stickers that it comes with. Fighter Buggy, Frog Racing Team, because it's apparently the Frog inspired this one in terms of the build. So you literally, you know, no guts, no glory. It's the same thing that's on my Frog. So you can make this a Frog, I guess. But I will not be doing that. But that's very, very cool. Lots of cool stickers that come in this kit. And then, of course, the manual, which, again, Tamiya does an incredible job of putting these together. They're just so nicely laid out, and I think you're going to find putting this together is going to be pretty simple. I will do a manual overview in the next video, because like I said, I'm actually moving this ahead in terms of other projects that I actually originally had on the go. This is being pulled forward because I need this to coincide with the racing event that's coming up. And again, feel free to let me know or comment and see if you can figure out what racing event I'm talking about. Anyways, that is the unboxing for the Tamiya Neo Fighter Buggy. So please like, subscribe, comment, let me know you like what you see, and we'll see you in another video.